welcome to another episode on Bolts and Boost, everybody. Now, I did a video on this thing of the top 5 things I hate. So it's just, you know, it's just sequence that I follow with the top 5 things I love. So yeah, welcome to the channel. I hope you like what you see. If you do, please check out other videos on the channel and subscribe if you like what you see. But let's go on to number 1. All right, so number 1. This is no particular order by any way, shape, or form. Just the top 5 things I love about my car. And the first one might be a little quirky. Some people might not like it and think it's dumb. But every time I show someone, they seem to really enjoy it. So, especially my son. My son really enjoys it, so that's why it's on this list. And it's the first of its kind. So, number 1 is remote rev. Oh, it moved a little bit there. All done with the remote. All right, second thing on the list is the customized gauge feature. Actually, you could customize everything in this thing. It's quite neat. And of course, I think everyone by this time knows that this is like powered by Unreal Engine, so the graphics are perfect. But you have your auxiliary gauges, which is not what I'm talking about. Where is it? Cluster theme. And we just got these ones. So I'm on the SVT Cobra gauges here. So they're not white faced, and I think it's because it's dark in my garage. I think, because when I did update them, they were white, but you can go through Fox Body, changes it to Fox, but yeah, it is night mode because that's when those turn that color. And classic 67, 68 Mustang, which I almost purchased the other day. Like, that's just so cool. I just love this. And of course, you could go through it and just go through, you know, track, you know, sport, normal. And as time goes on, I'm sure they're going to fill this list. But I love the SVT Cobra gauges. I love Cobras in general. I love Fox Bodies. It's just awesome. You can customize your stuff, and no other car, from what I understand, can do that yet. But that's number 2. Totally customizable to the gauges that you enjoy. It was honestly nice hearing this thing start up. I've been working in Houston for the last week. First time I started it up, so it was good hearing that with you guys. But the third thing on the list is the overall look. Now, I know some of these will be subjective to each and every one of you, as well as subjective to the car, but I think they did a really, really, really good job with this car. It's really aggressive up front. The color always gets compliments. The wheels I do like, however, they could be a little bit wider in the back. And as you guys already know, I'm not a fan of the tires. But overall, the presence of this car, and I'm talking about my car specifically here because I do love the color. It's the GT Performance Pack, so it's a little bit different. And then also I have the Night Pony package. So my mirror caps are black, roof is black, wing is black, wheels are black, and I think that's it. Oh, and the emblems are black as well. So my specific car, I just really, really love the presence of this thing. And it's definitely an eye catcher. So I know number 3 is a subjective one, but it is one for sure, and that's just the appearance of this thing. All right, this one's specific to the S650 generation. I love the fact that finally it has come with Brembos in the back, and they're no slouch. These look like I'm gonna say a dual piston, 1, 2. See if I can feel a ridge. They look big for a dual piston, but they're massive. So this thing stops on a dime. I had to stop because a kitty cat ran out on the road, and I slammed on my brakes, and this thing stopped quite surprisingly well. There is a caliper on a dual caliper on the rear, and that's for the I believe the trans brake and the drift brake. So that's really neat. But like, the brakes on this car are just massive. So to previous gens, they just had the big caliper up front. That is a 6-piston, but they didn't have anything on the rear comparatively. They just had like a a normal dual piston. So number 4 is, you know, competitive braking package on this car. I really do enjoy that that it has this setup on it, and mine are grabber blue, which is a weird $650 option here in Canada. All right, number 5 on the list. Of course, it has to be said. I'm gonna kind of put a couple in here, but the powertrain in this car is quite stout, as we all know. There are guys making 1,000 horsepower from factory. It kind of reminds me of the North American 2JZ Supra, which I've had many of, and the aftermarket support for this thing is just absolutely incredible. Again, it's kind of like the Supra, where all the companies are making tons and tons and tons of parts for this thing to make it better, to make it faster, and to make it more efficient. So again, I think I bought the right car because of those reasons. It has a superb foundation, which is this 5-liter V8. My car currently is making over 500 horsepower at the crank with the exhaust setup I have, and it moves incredibly well. But obviously I'm not leaving it stock. I do plan on taking this thing to the dealer sometime next year and putting a Whipple Stage 2 on it, which should bring it up to about 875 crank, which is just going to be absolutely crazy. And the crazier thing on top of that is that Ford will give you warranty, bumper to bumper warranty, included in your warranty package. So I was told that if I got that, I would be at a 5-year warranty period. So that is crazy. All right, everybody, that's my list right now. I've had this thing for a short period, well, actually a longer period of time, but there's hardly any kilometers on this thing. I barely have driven it this year, but from what I have driven, I really enjoy this car, and I do plan on taking it to the track many times over. But overall, I think this is an awesome car, huge value. You cannot go wrong, I think, with the S650 Mustang. And I've been in the market for quite some time. Like I said, I purchased 2 ZL1s that fell through, and to be frank, I'm kind of glad they did, just because I'm really excited to tackle this platform and see what she's made out of, basically. Again, there's proven formulas out there to make these cars just ridiculously fast and reliable, and that's what I'm going to do to this one. And it just looks so good. It really does. Obviously, it's not perfect. I don't think any car on the market is perfect, but I think this thing is very close. And the taillights were actually the worst part for me. Just that angle from the deck lid down. And it's grown on me a lot. When I was at the car show, a lot of people actually liked it for some reason and said that it reminded them more of the Heritage. So not sure how, but I have grown to like it a little bit more. But that's all I got for you guys today. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please check out other videos on the channel if you like what you saw, and if you're thinking about an S650, definitely get in one and see how you like it. My package is the only option I would have bought, that or a dark horse of some trim, just because I want the high performance stuff. That doesn't mean that you have to like the high performance stuff. Overall, they are great cars, and go check one out. All right, everybody, peace.